morning, guys. Well, so I forgot to add this to the video yet. Whatever day it was I posted, I think it was yesterday. So we did get the truck fixed, and it was such a stupid issue that just to show you, stupid things happen, and anybody can overlook things. Anyway, long story short, it was a fuse issue, but not just a regular like blown fuse. The fuse was actually still good, still, you know, producing power and everything, but what was the problem was down at the bottom of this little what was it, 15 amp fuse on the inside of the truck, one of the prongs was cracked. So when you were checking it with your meters, everything looked good. It was showing power there, showing everything. Pulled it out, looked at it, you know, of course nothing's cracked in the fuse. That's usually how you know they're blown or cracked right in the middle, and you can see that. Well, none of that stuff was cracked. So the fuse, in all intents and purposes, looking at it with your naked eye, was good. So I had to take it to Ford, and we put it on one of the big diagnostic machines, because there's no idiot lights coming on whatsoever to tell you anything, which you usually don't have that for a fuse. But so the mechanic there pulls it out, and he can't find nothing wrong with it, so he keeps putting it back in, still the same thing. So the computer kept telling him to check this fuse, check this fuse, check this fuse. And so he takes it and he starts looking at it, and he actually uses a magnifying glass and looks at it and sees it's cracked there. So what it was doing was, it would have power. As soon as you hit the button, it would try to cycle, but as soon as it would try to cycle, the truck would cancel it out. And so basically the PCM would shut it down so it didn't burn the truck down, you know, or cause fire inside the fuse box. So the truck was doing what it was supposed to do. It's just, long story short, I guess, a $2 part, if that, cost $90. You'll have that kind of thing. So anyway, air conditioner's working great. But Miss Jill, she's working today, and I'm going to go out exploring a little bit so that way I stay out of her hair. And maybe we'll go down here and look around on Route 66 a little further on the other side of Tulsa and see what's going on. Because we've never really explored this area on Route 66 either, and the many times that we've done it. So that's what the plan is today. So come along with me and let's see what we can get into. Just driving down Route 66 here on the west side of Tulsa. Stumbled across this little spot here, trying to figure out exactly what it is, other than can't tell if that was an old gas station that they had redone or if it's a new build. It looks like a new build, but yeah, could just be a restoration. I'm trying to find some information. So I guess this is a tribute to the armed forces. You guys can read that. Got a rather cool little display. Big massive train, as you guys can see. Interesting. So I've never been to this little part of Tulsa. Southwest Tulsa. Ollie's Restaurant. Oh, must have been what was in here. Apologize, guys. There's going to be a train coming by in a second. So really cool. You guys an idea of the size of this thing. Jeez. Look at this. This one wheel is taller than I am. Watch. Won't take much. I'm only 5'8", but still just a massive piece of machinery. Very cool. Sometimes I think like what it would be like to travel by rail and stuff like this right here from back in the day. I think that would have been awesome to be able to travel that way and experience the countryside that you can't get through, no access by vehicles. That'd be kind of cool, I think. However, there's still some train lines that still operate, and I think they do some classic train tours and stuff across the country. But some of those can be quite pricey to do. Still like the old cabooses. I don't know, I think I've always liked those since I was a kid. I don't really know why. I just thought they were mildly interesting looking. I think it was the little turret on top, observation deck. Get out and look around and see, you know, that view from around. But I don't know, kind of always had a little love for the old caboose on the old trains. But they've done a pretty decent little job here, recreating a few things, the old train crossing and all. Kind of neat. So, back in the truck, and we're going to head on down the road and see what else we can get into. Unfortunately, parts of Route 66 are not that glamorous. You go for quite a while on roads that just, this is what it is. A lot of vacant buildings and really nothing to look at, which is unfortunate because Route 66 is a big piece of our history. I wish the government would spend a little bit of all of our tax dollars and help, you know, kind of restore this back to what it was back in the day. That'd be great. So the other thing about riding down Route 66 is you find sketchy bridges like this to cross. Yeah. Unfortunately, like I said, I wish they was in the budget for them to kind of restore things like this. But, you know, maybe one day. So you can actually find a little spot on the side of the road to pull over to look at this bridge, but there's not a whole lot of parking. I would advise bringing an RV down here because you're not going to make it across that bridge. No place to turn around. But still a pretty cool little place if you're in your car or on a motorcycle. Pull it and check it out. As you can see, somebody else here taking pictures. But all right, on to the next. I think Tulsa's trying to do a few things here about marking 66 a little better and trying to revitalize the old road. That's never a bad thing if you like Route 66. Well, that's something you don't see every day. A Goodwill retail store, Route 66. Ah, interesting. And that is a decent sized Goodwill store and donation center up here. Wow. Very interesting. That's all a donation center for Goodwill. Yeah. I like the way they made use of the old signs, though. As you guys can see there, the donation center still got the, well, I guess remnants of what used to be an old neon sign with an arrow. I don't know. It might be lit up at night. I think it might still have lights on it. I don't know. I'd come over here and check it out after dark. Alright guys, as you guys can see, I'm back to the RV. So today didn't go quite as planned. I planned on doing and finding a few more things to go check out and explore, but really west of Tulsa there hasn't been too much to really look at. Once I got out of the Tulsa area, pretty much didn't really have any real sights to look at other than that bridge, and it was so overgrown you couldn't get down close enough to the water without getting snake bit or something to try to get a better picture of the bridge. And that was outside of Zapato, I think I'm probably butchering that. But so I drove about an hour and 20 minutes west of Tulsa. Really didn't find much to look at, so we might have to reconvene on the tour of Route 66 when we get a little closer to Oklahoma City here in the next few weeks when we start heading further west. But I'll continue to do some Route 66 stuff if you guys are interested in that. And thanks for hanging out with me today, and we'll talk to you guys soon. Don't forget to get out, live life, and adventure more. Bye.